Us dog owners need to understand that a lot of aggression in dogs often comes from fear or anxiety, and it's our job to take the proper steps to relieve the dog of that painful emotion. Lucky for us, this can be fixed often using confidence building, counterconditioning, and desensitization. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nate Schoemer. I'm a certified professional and master dog trainer, and I make these videos because I believe we can improve the quality of life for all dogs by educating those that care for them. If you're curious, fascinated, and interested in dog psychology, then keep watching, because you're going to see my good friend and incredible dog trainer, Bethany Perdome, working with a dog to help him overcome his fear of getting in and out of his kennel.
Okay, so we have a 7-month-old Belgian Tervuren. He doesn't like to come out of his crate when he doesn't feel like it. And if you were to grab him to pull him out, he will bite you. He bit the owner pretty good. So in a situation like this, I didn't load him up in the crate, but I would leave a leash on him, and that way I can get him out more businesslike without having to grab for him. But I'm going to show you how to work through it since he doesn't have a leash on him. So if you notice when I open the crate, if I try to kind of grab for him, see how he backs up. So I'm going to use the food to see if I can get him to come out, and I'm just going to reinforce him for coming out a little bit. And if you notice again, if I reach for him, see how he goes back. So I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to move my leash at the same time. And if he wants this food, he's going to have to come near the leash to get it. And this is where I'm just going to be patient. Good. This is why you should use small treats. I gave him a chunk that was a little bit harder to break up. So if I were to just let him out, he would probably jump out, but I can't have him just bolting out. I need to be able to leash him. So he's getting a little stuck there, so I'm going to make it a little bit easier, and I'm going to put the leash a little bit farther. Good, so he can be successful there. Good, now I'm going to start moving my leash a little bit. Can you see okay? So now there, I probably could have just lassoed him, but that would have made him more nervous. So a lot of people see that opportunity and they try to rush too much, and then that reinforces being scared. So he only can get the food. If he starts to kind of go around, I'm just moving the leash. He can only get the food if he sticks his nose through. And this is where you have to be patient. Just take your time. There's no rush. And if you're in a rush, don't train a dog like him. If you're going to be in a hurry, that's not the time to train a dog like them, because then you're going to push and he's going to bite. And again, I tried to loose him, he backed up, that's fine. And if I wanted to, I could end my lesson. So if you back out of the leash, no more food. And I'll wait, you know, half an hour, 2 hours. And if he's hungry, when I come back, he's gonna be happy to see me. If he needs to go to the bathroom, he's gonna need to come out. And I'm not gonna make him hold it if he has to go pee. But just an example. Or I can just stop for a second. But if I really want it to be punishing, I would completely end my training time. If he only has a 10-minute or a 10-second timeout and I start training again, it's not as big of a consequence. If I'm training him and he's hungry and he wants my food, and if he backs out of leash or kind of avoids it, and I go, okay, that's it, and he's hungry, he's like, oh man, I want more food. That's gonna be a bigger punishment. This is negative punishment. I'm taking away the opportunity for food, and that's going to punish the behavior of backing out of it. In order for this to have the most power, the dog needs to be hungry, and they need to be sad that, not sad, but there needs to be a consequence of me ending the training lesson. If the dog's like, cool, bye, I'm gonna take my nap, I'm full, it's not really negative punishment. I need to make sure that when I stop, my punishment is, oh man, I wanted food, I wanted to come out, I wanted to play. Well, if you want to come out, if you want to play, if you want to eat my treats, you need to keep your head through that hole. So we're gonna stop with him and we're gonna try again a little bit later.
When you have a dog, the last thing you want to think about is something bad happening, your companion becoming sick or injured. I'd suggest checking out Prudent Pet Insurance. I've been using this company for a few years now, and as an owner and trainer, I have been very happy with their services. They also have a 24/7 veterinarian chat line, plus a lot more. Check out their 30-day money-back guarantee. Prudent Pet Insurance is the #1 rated pet insurance over Trustpilot. Sign up now through the link in the description and you will get 5% off your policy.
All right, we're back for our next lesson with the turf puppy who doesn't like to come out of the crate when he doesn't want to. So last time we punished him by ending the lesson when he pulled out of the leash, so now we're gonna try it again. So you can see a lot faster to stick his nose through. My treats are still too big. If I want this to go faster, I can do like a rapid reinforcement or multiple reinforcements for coming here, because you can see he's kind of dining and dashing. These treats aren't the best for that. If I had a lot of small treats, I could go treat, 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 versus him taking the treat and then pulling out. You can see a little panic there. This is a very conditioned reinforcement. You can tell that he has had a lot of experience with just avoiding the leash. And again, just taking my time. So got it on him. So again, just because the leash is on him doesn't mean I'm going to pull him out. If every time I put the leash on him, I pull him out, then that means put the leash on, and if he doesn't want to come out, I'm actually punishing him by making him come out. Good job. So you can see he's forward, he's letting me pet him without avoiding my hand darting back in. So now I'm gonna ask him to come out. These crates are really nice, these are Roughlands, because I can take out the door. And that way I don't have to worry about the door hitting him and making him nervous or anything like that. And now I'm gonna ask him to come out. So now I'm gonna ask a little bit of leash pressure. So again, just a couple fingers, I'm just gonna gently pull. Any kind of forward movement, I'm gonna relax my leash. He's throwing a little fit. Yes, again, a little bit of movement, threw his paws out, relax my leash. I'm gonna ask him to come out again. A little bit of pressure. Yes. Again, he doesn't know leash pressure yet. So he thinks when you feel the tension, fight it. Now I'm teaching him, and I can let him go back in. Here, go back in your house. I want him to know that if I pull a little bit, that doesn't mean fight, that means come with me. Yes, perfect, good boy. Here. Ask him to come out. A little bit. Yes, good boy. I'm gonna have him go back in. Good boy. You can see it didn't take much there. He's starting to come with me. I'm gonna put him back in. There you go, boy. Coming out on his own. Go back in. And now I'm gonna leave the leash on him. That way I only have to worry about one thing at a time. And I'm gonna close him back in. I'm gonna leave my leash out. That way I don't have to reach for him. Again, I only work on one thing at a time. So I already worked on the leashing. I'm gonna work that separately. Now I'm working on giving into leash pressure by coming out. So I just kind of reset him. Again, I'm gonna take off the full door. A little bit of tension, good. And you saw barely anything, he's coming out. So again, double reward. You come out, you get food, and you get to go back in there. A little bit of tension. Good, you come out, reward, and you get to go back in. So, good job. Again, he's coming out on his own, that's great. I'm gonna ask for a little more, so I'm gonna get a little bit of space. Little pull, good job. Little more, good. So I almost stopped, but he's throwing a little temper tantrum. Good, relax. Good boy. So I'm just letting him kind of process. You can't hear him, but he's going, he's kind of taking a deep breath there. We'll see if he's too stressed to take food. Nope, he's not. Fantastic. Now, he's getting stuck there, so I'm gonna use more pressure to kind of rip the Band-Aid off fast. So he's getting stuck on his head if he should step there, if he should step all the way down. So I'm just gonna pull him out really fast. Let's go. Good job. So again, if I were to let him get stuck, he needed a little push there. So I pushed him over his threshold, over what he was comfortable with, to just rip off the Band-Aid. Sometimes it hurts more if you go slow. Good job. You wanna jump in? I don't know if you like to jump in or not. So yes. So I'm gonna reinforce putting his paws up. I'm gonna reset him, get him off, and we'll try it again. You wanna put your paws up? Yes. Break. Yes. You can't see, but he put his paws up on the higher lip. Yes. I'm gonna show him that I'm putting some treats in his crate. Good boy, very good boy. So I'm just putting all the treats in his crate. If he wants to get them, he can jump up. Good job. Good job. So what we're gonna do, because this is gonna be kind of hard for me to force him in, we're gonna go to the picnic benches and I'm gonna work on leash pressure for jumping up that way. So we're gonna come back here. Let's go. So this guy has trouble jumping in the crate of the car. He doesn't know how to give into leash pressure. So instead of trying to pull him up into the car, we're gonna work this situation first. And that way I can teach him giving into the leash pressure to go up. So I'm going to come up here too. And I'm just, yes. So front paws on. I'm gonna give him a treat. Good, break. I'm gonna get him off. Good, front paws on, reinforce. Good job. So this is where if he's gonna panic, he's going to panic. So I'm just gonna ask for a little more. A little more. Yes. Good boy. Break. And he's gonna need more momentum, so I just reset him. boy. Ready? Let's. Yes. And what we're actually going to do is I'm going to use this tree first because I don't think has great rear end awareness. So I'm going to work on pulling him up over this first. Excuse you, sir. That is trash. Ugh. Yes, good job. Here. And if he doesn't want my food, he's just too distracted by everything else, we're just going to do it without food. Good. Goes over that, no problem. And I'm just going to pull him over. Good job. Again, we talk about ripping off the Band-Aid. Going slow wasn't good for him. A little bit of speed. Good job. Woohoo! Good. He'll take food, not too stressed. Tail's wagging. Ready? What? Good boy. Up, up, up. Come on. Training doesn't always go as you had planned. So now I'm just gonna keep him up to make sure he can't, there you go. Can't go under. So accidents happen once, habits happen more than that. So he showed me that he would rather just hop over the one. So he did it twice. So now I intervened by coming back here so that way I could keep his head up. I just used a leash so that way he could stop just going over the one. Good job. Nice job. Okay, let's go try the car. So now that we've done our little confidence building with the picnic benches, getting him to jump up, now we're gonna go back to getting him to jump in the car. So, yes, start with just the one. The paws up. Good. This time I'm gonna try pulling him up. Ready? Up. Yes, good boy. So look, he's eating all the treats in there. He's not too stressed. Now I'm gonna pull him out. Let's go. Good job, barely any pressure. Try this again. Up. Yes. Again, I didn't give him a chance to freak out, put on the brakes. I kept my momentum and I just kind of pulled him up. And now you can see no pressure to come out. So you can see he still needs that help going back in. So I tested, I didn't help him automatically. Now I'm gonna go back to helping him automatically. Go ahead, ready? Up. Good boy. Another thing that I can do is kind of show him, ready, ready, ready. I can toss the food in there. Ready, ready, ready. Ready, I'm not gonna let him get it. Okay, ready? And now the motivation, the reward's already in there. Ready? Okay, up. Good job. Good boy. So sometimes it's the cold trials that the dogs have problems with. So now we're gonna go back. We're gonna put our door back on. We're gonna close them in. Wait half a second. And I'm gonna try just opening half of the door too, because not everybody has a door that can open all the way. I'm gonna pull them out. Perfect. And now because the door is this way, actually I'm gonna switch it the other way. Oops. Up. Good job, dude. Good boy. And now we're gonna do the whole thing together. So now I'm taking off my leash. He's super motivated and I'm a professional trainer, so I'm getting this done in one lesson or one day. Take your time with your own dog. It's not a race. And he's actually pretty tired. He's laying down, so we'll see if he wants to come out. Ready? So you can see he still has that reflex of pulling his head out. So he's like, I'm done. You can see he's panting. That's fine. We'll try later. So now I know that the jumping in and out part is pretty good. Now I need to work on just the leashing part. I can also do that separately away from the crate. So I can have him out, I can already have a leash on him. I can make my slip lead really big, and I can just work on putting it over his head, giving him a treat, putting it over his head. So that way I'm not working on too many things at once. And this dog does have stress for whatever reason of in and out of the crate, and he doesn't like stuff reaching over him, I'm working on too many things at once. So if I work on this crate stuff and I work on the leashing stuff separate, then it's gonna be easier for me to put it all together later. So again, a quick solution to that is when he's in the crate, I leave a leash on him, and that way I can just work on going in and out, and then I'm gonna work on leash over the head and actually leashing him separately. Once that's good, throw it all together, no problems.